You see that little hail dot right there to the west of McLeansboro. You make out that opposite hook. You see that, Brian?
Yeah, very clear.
And it is definitely interesting. And it is it's hard to see. But earlier I was noticing that you saw the clockwise rather than counterclockwise rotation with that storm. Now, if we go ahead and put Max 1 behind me, I'm going to go take a look at the Lesterville storm again that is headed towards Lesterville. We've got a new update on that tornado warning. They are continuing it. Let's take a look at the tornado warning again. This is for Reynolds County until 3:15, and unfortunately, it looks as though we're seeing a new circulation that is trying to develop. Again, a lot of times these storms do what we call cycle. The rotation will weaken, and then a new rotation will form on the southeast side. The old rotation was located here. It looks like we're seeing a new rotation forming right here.
Sure are.
You can see that inflow notch. So I'm going to zoom in a little closer. We're going to put some roads on the highways on the map so you can see where you are. Again, the western side of Lesterville, again, that warning goes right to the Lesterville, right where it crosses the river is about right here. You get just west of there, and you are in that tornado warning. But this circulation is moving right into Centerville right now as we speak. At least this new circulation that looks to be forming on the southeast side of the storm, of the southeast side of the updraft, basically is coming right here. New circulation forming right here. We'll take a look at that, see if the velocity kind of confirms what we're thinking. And hopefully it doesn't. It is there, but it's broad. We can see we've got a rotation right here around the Centerville area, crossing Highway 21 and 72, kind of in that general area where I think 21 goes south and 72 goes out to the west. And this is moving right towards the community of Centerville, and if it holds together, it'll move right on the south end of Lesterville. So people in Centerville, people near Lesterville, you definitely want to be in your safe place. That's the basement if you have it. If you don't have a basement, we want to get on that interior room or that interior floor, the lowest floor, and get in an interior room, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Again, we're seeing the possibility of a radar-indicated tornado right here beginning to redevelop. Again, earlier the signs were that this storm was weakening, and now it appears as though this storm is regenerating, and it makes sense that it would, because it's basically all by itself, and it has all the energy to itself. And you can see we've got very large hail that is likely falling. We'll probably see hail up to the size of, close to tennis ball, possibly, probably just shy of that, about 2-inch, about lime-size hail is what we would call it, about 2 inches in diameter as it moves towards Highway 21. So if you know anybody out here, we've been talking about it for about an hour now. If you know anybody that went out to this area to do some recreation this weekend around the Black River, if you have a way to get in touch with them, please do, because if they're out there, they're not able to watch us right now, more than likely. So try and get in touch with them to let them know what is headed their way. And this is just round one. This is really developing rapidly. This is really exploding out to the west. We've got numerous severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings that will be headed our way later. Now, I did get reports of hail with this storm that's moving towards Murray, Kentucky. And again, that is going towards Kentucky Lake. So if you know anybody on the south end of Kentucky Lake that is just to the east of Murray, Kentucky, folks, this storm is headed their way. Not a good time to be out on a boat. I know if you're out in the middle of Kentucky Lake right now, it looks very nice. Everybody's going to be saying, what storm? But this storm is headed your way, and I don't like the shape that it's showing just to the northwest of Paris. And we're getting a little circulation right there. You see that? This is in northwestern Henry County, but this will cross into Callaway County south of Murray, Kentucky. It's not all that strong, but there is rotation that is developing in this storm right here that is headed towards the southern end of Murray, Kentucky, and that will cross Kentucky Lake. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. We may see a warning issued for parts of Callaway County if that continues. Other storms we're watching, the one in Hamilton County is very intense. We just talked about that. We'll zoom into the storm that is moving into Perry County, Missouri right now, and into northern Bullinger County. We're seeing the possibility of 60-mile-per-hour winds with this storm. That could definitely cause some power issues if it were to knock over some trees The Perryville area could be dealing with some sporadic power outages, as well as northern Bolivar County, and also some hail. We don't really see anything. It was a lot of turbulence in there, signs of some strong gusty winds, but we're also seeing signs of the possibility of some hail with this storm that is moving in towards the Perry County area. Something just went haywire with the Weather Service. You're getting a lot of stuff. My phone just went nuts with a bunch of
it was the SPC Outlook,
okay.
The update to the Outlook.
I got you. So I was just, my phone was just going nuts. So I want to zoom in now to the storm that we're really concerned with the tornado warning in central Reynolds County, because it does appear as though we may be talking about at least a radar indicated tornado. It's a long way away from the radar. So we definitely have to take any type of circulation we see out in this general area of our viewing area, and oh boy, it has gotten stronger. Okay,
that
folks,
inflow is getting stronger.
And that is matching right up with a little reflectivity increase. It's hard to get debris balls from this far out, to see debris on radar. But boy, that's probably a tornado forming right now. I mean, we've got some blue right next to the red right there. That is intense circulation. And I'm looking at the CC. It's matching up right there. You just did it, Brian. I was looking at the correlation coefficient, and it looks like there may be something being lofted with this. It's very weak because it's so far away from the radar, but I'll show you what we're seeing as we take a look at the debris. See that green right there? And we can kind of go right over just to the debris signature, and this is what it would be. This could be debris on radar. It's hard to tell. Again, it is so far away. Usually we look for it to be that blue color, but when it's this far away on the outer edge of the radar and the shear is that strong, it concerns me. But we've got a tight circulation right now near the intersection of Highway 21 and 72 in Reynolds County. This is moving through the Centerville area right now and moving towards the southern end of Lesterville. Again, this is a radar indicated tornado right now. A radar indicated possible tornado, I should say. We don't have any ground truth. But what interests me is this little circle of reflectivity right here. It matches up perfectly with the velocity couplet and the debris signature. This may be a tornado, but again, it's so far away from the radar, it's hard to tell. But folks in Centerville need to be seeking shelter right now. You need to be in a basement if you have it. Again, if you don't have a basement, put as many walls between you and the outside by headed to the lowest interior room that you have. If you have a walkout basement, we've got lots of walkout basements in the heartland. You'll still want to find an interior room in that walkout basement because half of your basement is facing an outside wall. So again, a possible tornado right near the intersection of Highway 72 and 21 in the Centerville area in Reynolds County, and this is in southeast Missouri, right around the Black River. And we can see we've got, that is a tight couplet. That is blue right next to red. It's one blue color. It's right underneath that 21. And you can see it update again there, right there. That is the strong signs of rotation, tight, strong rotation. That's what concerns me, that we could be looking at a tornado in Reynolds County right now moving into the Centerville area. And if there is something on the ground, we'll probably start getting reports here shortly. You can see, Brian, that the reflectivity is now up to that. You see that darker red right there.
Yeah, that's concerning.
So something is either the storm has a new updraft. Either way, it's concerning because this would be a new updraft over that circulation, which would tighten it up, or that is debris. It's too hard to confirm if it is debris, but we want to go ahead and act like we have a possible tornado on the ground based on that tight circulation. So we're going to back things up just a bit. And again, this has been moving off. Brian, are they still tracking it at 25? Do you know? Can you see in the warning? Or is it slowed down to 20? I'm just wondering on the speed.
Stand by. Let me get your information for you here. But we do know that this thunderstorm is pulsing up. When it first moved into Reynolds County, it was about 55,000 feet tall, and it pulsed down. It lost a little strength. It went down to about 40 to 45,000 feet. Now it's getting back to the 50,000 feet.
So that's probably a new updraft that's forming and not debris, but that would strengthen that circulation. So we could see a tornado forming right now.
East at 30.
East at 30 now. Okay, well, I've got this at 25 miles per hour, so we'll do it at 30 here, and then we got a new severe thunderstorm warning we'll check out here in just a second. So east at 30, you can see this is going to really across some areas. We're talking southern Iron County here shortly, and then if it holds together, southern Madison County. This possible tornado will stay to the north of Piedmont the way it looks right now, but if you live up 49 north between Annapolis and Piedmont, that's where this storm will be headed. So a new severe thunderstorm warning. We'll check down that real quick. Let's see, that is for parts of Cape Girardeau County and Jackson County in Illinois and Perry County in Illinois for the possibility, I think, of some very strong gusty winds. We also see a couple of shear markers on this storm saying that there is an indication, at least, that there could be some weak rotation. And this is until 3:45. Here are the paths on the actual rotation that could be developing in the storm. But again, our main concern is with the storm that is in the Lesterville area. In Centerville right now, we're seeing the possibility of a tornado moving into Centerville, Missouri in Reynolds County. Other storms we're watching closely is the storm south of Murray, Kentucky. A lot of storms developing in the Boot Heel. You can see near Malden. We just kind of have this one storm that keeps back building over itself. Other storms moving out of Mississippi County, about to move into western Kentucky. And then another storm out of Stoddard County about to move into Scott County, right near the Sykeston area. It's going to get quite noisy here very shortly. You got any information on that severe thunderstorm warning, Brian, that was just issued?
Well, we do have continuing reports of large hail now in McLeansboro and Hamilton County. We've had a few reports of that. We've had quarter-sized hail a few minutes ago, and now we're getting a brand new report of McLeansboro golf ball-sized hail. Which would now just be on the north side of town. So this is what we're tracking. There is a strong indication of some hail. You see these areas of purple that I'm showing here right on this north